On the other hand, okay, on the other hand, and other people also believe social media is a digital progress as a nation, Indonesia. It's really strong because our digitalization it's going to be good because of the digital progress. All right, maybe if you would like to say or share your thoughts also um in different perspective, it's totally okay, guys. Anyone there? Let's go.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hafiz, for the change. So, in my opinion, it can be seen from two perspectives. Social media platforms have become essential for business, education, activism, and information sharing, or also for contributing to economic and social development. But on the other hand, excessive social media use can lead to addiction or reduce productivity and mental health issues. So, yeah, I guess it can be seen from two perspectives. Thank you.
Okay, thank you there. Yeah, so you guys talking about the mental health and also addictive and everything. So it's going to be our next topic. So give applause for you guys. Online applause. So we're going to go to the next slide. So the interesting fact that Indonesians spend an average of 3 hours and 18 minutes per day on social media. Hmm. This is also interesting fact, I think, because 3 hours, it's really, I can say, a lot of spent time, right? I think also not only 3 hours. I think some people also more than 3 hours spend a day through the social media. Maybe 4 hours, five, six, and even 8 hours spent on the social media. So the next question is for you guys. Does this indicate digital productivity or social addiction that reduce work and study efficiency? Do you think people who spend more on the social media, it's going to be more productive or can be addictive? Or can addiction reduce work or study efficiency? All right, so this is going to be connected with our next kind of topic. So for me specifically, it's both can be, but if you'd like to give your opinion, it's totally fine. Okay, if you want to raise your hand, guys, you can. Irfansa, Kartika, Nadia, Safira, Haraz, or everyone, Adea, and then yep. If you like to share your thoughts, Christine, just raise your hand or just open your microphone. So once again, the questions, as we can see, average of people 3 hours spent on social media. Is it productive or is it just like no positive one or addictions? It's going to be reduced work, study efficiency, or productivity. Nadia, let's go.
Yeah, Nadia, right? Not Nadia. Thank you. Of course,
Yeah, Nadia.
thank you. Of course, I would say that it is not productive. It's totally not productive because every time I said to myself, okay, let's just open Instagram for 5 minutes, turns out it's 5 hours, and it happens every single day. And I, from that 5 minutes, I'm looking for any reels that is not really informative or needed. But then it spend most of my time because there's the word pewe, right? Means like I spend a lot of time on that. And I couldn't also set addiction, but because addiction makes you lose yourself. But I mean, in terms of social media, I don't know how to control myself, so I don't say that it's a good addiction. Well, so if it is addiction, it's not make me feel better after I use it. So I open it because it's just my hand and my brain. So it's not productive. Probably it's addiction, and it's of course you reduce my work and study efficiency. That's why sometimes there is timer and something I set for my phone. So if I open it for more like 2 hours, it will suddenly close. But it is it's only happened for like 10 minutes for me to put my phone down. But later, my hand um will take it and open it again. So of course, it's not productive and it's not efficient. But I don't know how to stop it. It's like a habit now. Thank you.
Thank you, Nadia. Yeah, it's like habit, right? So everyone would like to add all different opinion or thoughts. Just raise your hand and just speak. Yeah. Once again, does this indicate digital productivity or it's a social media addictions that reduce work and study efficiency? All right. So everyone, if you'd like to share your thoughts, that's really good. Nadia, yeah, I'm also that's the global issues. Like people also from another countries also see, specifically youth, how they can stop from the social media, um, and also we have a next slide, and specifically about government will stop the social media in some countries or kind of like that. That's also interesting. So because we have a lot of things to discuss, thank you very much for you guys who actively raise your hand. And the next one is about this one. Indonesia is TikTok's second largest market after the US. Once again, Indonesia is TikTok second largest market after the US. The question is TikTok more beneficial as an educational platform, or do you think just promoting shallow entertainment trends? Yeah. Do you think TikTok is more beneficial just for educational platforms, or do you think promoting shallow entertainment trends? Just spend your time, no educational, just entertainment. What do you think, guys? I'd like to read some of the users here. There is TikTok users, and nothing else is here as a TikTok users. All right, so maybe I'd like to ask you guys: do you think TikTok is beneficial for educational platforms to learn something new, or TikTok is just entertainment only? Maybe you'd like to share your thoughts here, just raise your hand. And maybe if you have different thoughts about it, it's totally fine. I'd like to share that Indonesia, yes, you can say second largest market after the US. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, there, it's your turn.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hafid. So, yes, I totally agree that that is TikTok more beneficial as an educational platform because I know that a lot of my friends is educational content creator and share information about SNBP, SNBT for entrance the university. So yeah, I think it's a good platform in this era. Thank you.
Okay, so there, so that TikTok is more positive right now because a lot of
Yeah.
people trying to use TikTok for educational purposes. But maybe some of you guys have different opinions about it or point of view. Just raise your hand. Yeah. Haras, Nadia, Kartika, Chrisin, what do you think about it? Do you think this is educational platforms, the TikTok one? Or do you think it just spend a lot of time and do nothing? Just promoting something unnecessary and entertainment, just on entertainment for people, specifically for Indonesia. Okay. Would like to comment for this one, but their opinion about this is going to be like educational platforms. Yeah. Okay. Before we continue, are you guys download TikTok before? Yes or no? Just type on chat box. Yes or no? There. Yes. So you downloading? Yeah, Nadia also. No, Kartika, no. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm not. Okay. Do you guys download it or not? But I uninstall it. Yes. Kristen, yes. Nadia, yes. All right. So you uninstall it. So it's fine. Kristen, maybe you'd like to share your thoughts about it because you download it, but you didn't uninstall it, right? You still download it. So what do you think? Is still educational platforms or not? If you
For
open TikTok, yeah,
yeah, for me it's a 50-50.
50-50, yeah.
Why I answer like that? Because the answer is 50% people use that as an educational platform. They learn new things. They learn about more, and there are so many fresh and modern about education. But there are some people, I mean, the another people like 50% that just use the TikTok just for entertainment trends, just promoting shallow. So yeah, 50-50. Depends the person, depends the people.
Depends on the people. Depends on the users. Okay, thank you, Kristen.
Yes,
Give
depends
applause
on the
for
user.
online applause for Dan and Kristen. Yeah, we still have some. That's also really interesting part is talk about still TikTok. Indonesia still, yeah, second largest market after US. But the question is, does TikTok, do you think, contributes more to spreading accurate information or accelerating misinformation and hoaxes? Would like to answer the questions. Yeah. Do you think TikTok is really, really great to spread more accurate information or misinformation and hoaxes? Right. So for me, I'm active on the social media, guys, like since 2015. But for TikTok, I active on TikTok since 2022. But as you know, initially TikTok is not the educational platforms, right? It's just like entertainment. People downloading TikTok and then they trying to open TikTok and upload the contents that just for entertainment, dancing, trends and everything like that. But now there's a lot of TikTok's users on this on the social media. And also we can say a lot of contents spreading rapidly every single day on TikTok. Like a million users upload video content at the same time. Imagine that 1 million contents daily on TikTok. Do you think TikTok contributes more accurate informations, good informations, or more misinformation or hoaxes or negative informations? As a users, maybe you can say or you can share your thoughts also, guys. Well, I think TikTok is more accurate information because there's a lot of influences that spread more information. But I personally believe what influencers says. If I compare to the mainstream media, so I really, really believe the social media influences rather than can say mainstream media like Trans7, Trans TV or kind of like that? Or do you think TikTok contributes accelerating misinformation and hoaxes? There's a lot of misinformation on social media, specifically on TikTok, because we don't know the users. We don't know the people who spread the informations, right? And there is no gatekeeper on social media, specifically on TikTok. So what do you think? Would like to share your thoughts? Just raise your hand. There.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hafiz. So I guess for this one, as depends on personal use. We can click not interest if the content is not relevant with our preference, and this kind of work we can use to sorting the information from specifically account that we trust. Yeah, it's my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you there. Yeah. One of the way that we can say we can see on the social media, specific on TikTok, we can able to choose which account that's really trusted and also which account that we like to restrict it, right? Okay, that's really good point of view. All right, so everyone would like to share your thoughts also about this fact and this kind of TikTok before we're going to move to another topic about the social media. Before also we're going to talk about algorithm. That's the key point of this tonight. Okay, everyone, no? If it's okay, just click on the thumbs up. It's okay. It's fine. All right. All right. So we're going to the next topic is about WhatsApp. WhatsApp is used by 92% of Indonesian internet users. I'd like to ask you guys, do you guys download WhatsApp? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you guys have WhatsApp now? Yes, of course. Kartika, yes. Irfansa, yes. Dea, yes. All right. Who else? Just 3 people here use WhatsApp, download, install. Yes. So I think everyone here and also everyone in Indonesia, 92%. Yeah. WhatsApp users. All right. So do you think before we're going to continue to the next questions, does relying on WhatsApp for communications pose risks to personal data security? Do you think? So this is kind of like different kind of thoughts because WhatsApp also social media platforms, but that's different to Instagram or TikTok. So do you think that's risks personal data security? Nadia?
All right. I love using WhatsApp because it's simple and classic, but I kind of feel like now because WhatsApp already part of the Meta, it sometimes escalated to something. So there are some features, new features that is not needed. But for example, like WhatsApp story, what is it for? Now you can like someone WhatsApp story. I mean, WhatsApp, the classic one, I love it, but for now, because you can share something to the story even though it cannot be archived, but still there is channel and now there is Meta AI of that. I kind of concerned about my personal data, but being WNE, I think even if I install it, it's already broken, my data already shared. So that's all I can say. I have no options because all of Indonesian using WhatsApp.
Okay, thanks, Nadia. So yeah, exactly. So a lot of people in Indonesia can say WhatsApp users, and this is my kind of like experience when I studied in Australia right now, and the interesting fact that not all of the students and also the lecturer use WhatsApp for daily activities. Yeah, I don't know why, but I don't want to ask why because some of them say personal data security because now also WhatsApp is going to not going to but still collaborated and with Meta and everything like that. But yeah, that's out of topic. So yeah, thanks Nadia and everyone who'd like to share your thoughts also about this one about WhatsApp. Do you think WhatsApp still have risks like personal data security or kind of like that? Or do you think WhatsApp is, yeah, it's going to be good for our data security? Because we still, the WhatsApp right now, it's has can like no, not two-way communications, you can say two-way security backup database like that. Yeah, that's really, really good for our security sometimes, but we don't know behind that one. It's going to be good or it's kind of like risk for our data. Okay, so because I have like more than 10 slides about the question and fact, I'd like to continue for the next one. All right, so we move to the next question and fact, guys. We're going to talk about business, small, medium size, micro, small, medium size enterprises. Social media has become a marketplace. As you can see, with TikTok Shop, Instagram Live, and Facebook Marketplace driving huge sales. Yeah, like this morning, I opened Shopee and TikTok Shop, specifically TikTok Shop because that's social media. Because today is the day of released Indonesian national team uniform jersey. There's a lot of people, like 3,000 people waiting for thousands um pieces. So the question is, does social commerce benefit small business more, or does it threaten traditional retail businesses? As we can see, and as we can also see, if we go into the traditional market and the traditional retail business market in our country, not in the big scales, but in the small scales, for example, in my hometown in Palembang. So it's going to be, and they moved to the social media commerce because of the digitalizations. And also, some of them, it's really hard to and difficult to sell their products nowadays because social media. But some of them utilize social media for their business and succeeded. So yeah, it's depends on the people, right? But do you think social commerce like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook Marketplace, it's really benefits? It's beneficial for small businesses or not? Yeah, just raise your hands. Haras.
All right, Mr. Hafiz, actually, Miss Nadia went first.
Oh, Nadia. Nadia?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
No, you can go. I just forgot to put down my hand. No, go,
Yeah.
Haras.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
Haras,
you.
it's your time.
All right, thank you, Mr. Hafiz and Miss Nadia. Yes, it does threaten traditional retail businesses. For example, like nowadays, people they could just go to TikTok Shop or uh another e-commerce. They could just click and they could just pay whatever they want to have, whatever they want to buy. One of the biggest impacts is actually traditional markets. For example, like Tanah Abang, and also the traditional retail businesses at my hometown that my mom just told me. There's one pasar called Pasar Payakumbuh. My mom said back then when she was little, or when she was like when she was still a teenage girl like me, um, she said like so many people go to that pasar to buy shoes, to buy backpacks, to buy things and other needs for for like studying books or stuff. But my mom said, but now, like nowadays, she saw like almost all of the stores they closed because of the e-commerce. So people they became lazy, and sometimes the e-commerce prices are much cheaper, even with the what do you call it? Shipping fee. It's still cheaper if you buy at the e-commerce, and especially if they have like some special promos. So yeah, it does threaten traditional and small businesses. Thank you.
Thank you, Haras. Next, Dea.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hafiz. Yeah, social commerce benefits small businesses more because anything buy online today, so it's good for us. It's simple and we don't need a lot of time to buy something that we need. And for the traditional market, I guess it still have a customer such as Pasar Gede Solo or Triwindu to selling dimsum umayum cha or dawat, kebaya, etc. And it's going viral. We can also find it and know it on TikTok too. So it's my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, Dea. Next, Apriya Indri. Oh, there's no raise hand. Okay. All right, thank you, guys. So yeah, I'm totally agree with you guys. It's really, really good opinion about it. Oh yeah, Apriya, I would like to share your thoughts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to answer. So, in my opinion, the social commerce benefits small business owner or does it directly traditional retail? I think it is more benefit because you can make a small, like a traditional retail business became e-commerce social media. So when you have like a traditional business, we can make it maybe like a Shopee shop, or we can make uh, the shop in the Shopee, the traditional business. Do you get what I mean? It's really hard for me to explain it. Yeah, so I think the small business became more stronger. Not threaten the traditional business. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Apriya. Yeah, all of us agree that small businesses is more growing because of the online and e-commerce like TikTok Shop, Instagram Live, and everything. But on the other hand, some of the traditional market also impacts because of the e-commerce. But um, it's really really good if the small businesses can combine between traditional and also modern way to sell their needs or kind of like items or products, right? All right, thank you very much, guys. That's a really good discussion for this one. But now, yeah, as we can see, and also as we know that trends in Indonesia can go viral within hours. Everything, every issues, every products, every something, news, trends is going. It can go viral within hours because of the social media. So, do you think does viral culture have more positive impacts, or does it promote harmful and meaningless trends? Yeah. The question is about do you think that trends for the go viral within hours, like people if they have a problem, they record videos and they upload it on social media and then going viral? Do you think that's really good impacts? or do you think that's promote harmful and that's going to be negative? What do you think, guys? As we can see on the social media like TikTok or Instagram, every single person who have problem, they trying to record on their phone and then hey, take a look at this, blah 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 blah, please, blah 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 blah, and then they upload it on social media, going viral, and a lot of people trying to re-upload it and get more engagement. And take a look on the comments, likes. There's a lot of people, pros and cons about the issues. What do you think? Go viral in Indonesia is a positive impact or that's negative impact? What do you think, guys? If you think that's positive, okay, raise your hand. Okay, Haras, go on.
Thank you, Mr. Hafiz, for the chance. Does viral culture have more positive impacts, or does it promote harmful and meaningless trends? Sometimes they do have positive impacts, but what I don't like is the harmful one or like meaningless, because some people, they did a dance and other people were like, oh yeah, let me join this trend too. Or, for example, like that old trend, that cinnamon, 1 spoon cinnamon challenge, where you eat a spoonful of cinnamon. And researchers actually said that if you eat a ton of cinnamon and you cough, sometimes people could actually suffocate because of the powdery cinnamon. Or, for example, like those frozen honey trends, that they replace the honey with cornstarch, cornstarch, corn, like that, corn syrup. There you go. And corn syrup actually contains a lot of sugar, and they just stuff it in a bottle that's like this big, and I don't know how much grams of sugar is that. Or positive trends. For example, I'm not gonna talk about politics, but people that talk about politics, you could have some information about what is the president doing or blah blah blah. And yeah, but sometimes if they're doing politics videos, yeah, they could do hoax. But yeah, a lot of Indonesian's trends are a lot of meaningless or dumb. Just being dumb in front of the camera, and you could get like so much money, or you're just a really big artist and everybody likes you. Thank you. That's all for me.
Thank you, Horace. Yeah. Before we going to discuss about it, do you guys like to share your thoughts also? Okay, Dea, that's your turn.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hafiz. So, as I said before, that we can sorting the content that we want to watch or not. So, in my opinion, viral culture have more positive impacts. We can find so many information and trend on social media. Even my lecture in my university is start to share some of information on TikTok, and of course it useful, insightful too for other people. Yeah, that's my thoughts.
Okay, thank you, Dea and Haras, and everyone would like to share your thoughts also. Okay, just tell your name because I can't pronounce.
All right. Okay, am I audible, Mr.?
Yes.
All right. I go with Miss Dea, if I'm not mistaken, right? The speaker before. I do agree that maybe I just actually I'm not really sure about my opinion, but I go with agree on this opinion. I would say that the phenomenon of being viral will have more benefits for everyone, as long as they can maintain after the viral one. For example, would say that if I'm not mistaken, Raisa, the singer of Indonesian singer, uh, she started her career from being viral on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken, and then she could maintain the talent, the masterpiece, I would say, and also the songs that she could release to the public. And now she's being a big singer, a diva. So I think uh, being viral will be the first hook you can get, but the next one, how you maintain your moment. So after that, I think it really depends on you yourself. That's all, Mr. Francis.
Thank you. Yeah. So all of us agree that the viral culture is going to be like a positive impact, and sometimes it's going to be harmful, like Hara said. And yeah, like for the example, if you guys watch the videos of live streaming, and it's called sad boar. If you know these trends, just give me a thumbs up. If you know this kind of live streaming trends a few months ago, like maybe like last year. If you know Sadbor, yeah, dance, yeah, Sadbor dance. So if you don't know these trends, Sadbor trends is they going to like dancing in front of the camera live, and they trying to say if you would like to us dancing in the front of camera, just give us a gift, gift on the TikTok lives, like coins and like dollars or rupiahs, kind of like that. So because of this trend, a lot of people follow the trends. They also live on social media. They also open for donations, online donations, and blah blah blah. So do you think that's positive for people? Do you think that's really good for people unemployment, kind of like that? They can live on the social media. They got gifts, dollars, rupees from doing dancing stuff. What do you think, guys? Do you think it's positive, something kind of like that, or that's negative, or no? Yeah. But on the other hand, Sadboard and Theme, they they assist their hometown, like streets, and also for small businesses and kind of like that. So on the other hand, this trend also creates the positive impacts also. So maybe and after this you can search on the Google or social media sidebar, and then you can also watch the videos and then watch the trends and watch what going happen after they going viral, because they got the problem because they promote the online I can say scam, kind of like that. So that's why they got jail for a week, and after that they going to be viral again. They upload videos again, live again, and kind of like that. Yeah, that's the culture, the viral culture in Indonesia. So the next one is really good discussion, guys. Yeah. Before we going to algorithm stuff, so we would like to discuss about this one. Indonesia has one of the fastest growing influencer industries, with micro influencers having the highest engagement rates globally. So, what do you think? Do influencers serve a positive role models or encourage a culture of excessive consumerism? So, in short, do you think influencers on the social media, specifically in Indonesia, it's good, positive role models, or negative? Because sometimes maybe they promote something something bad, or for youth, or for people in Indonesia, or they can be positive for everyone. Do you support influencers or not? That's the question, right? Because social media influencers right now is still growing rapidly. They spread informations. They working with people. They working with brands. They working with politicians sometimes. Blah blah blah. Do you think influencers serve as positive role models right now, or they encourage a culture of excessive consumerism? In short, excessive consumerism is kind of like people they spread something and then people follow them in fear of missing out because of that, or FOMO, kind of like that. So what do you think? Just one um opinion before we continue. Do you think influencers is a perfect, or can say positive, role models for youth or for everyone, or influencers sometimes give negative perspective or negative campaigns on the social media? Would like to share your thoughts, guys? Just raise your hands. Yeah. Or we can change not only the influencers, but also content creator who actively upload their thoughts on the social media. Not only the content creator, but also like stand-up comedians. They also influencers, right? But sometimes they upload social media content about something out of their topics. So what do you think? There, it's your turn.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hafiz. So I think it depends on the influencer, but so far in my page, influencers serve as positive role models. For example, influencer that share discount or place to go on TikTok, so it's useful for me as student. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you there. That's for the content creator or influencers on the travel. Blah blah blah. Okay. Um and and with your raise hands, and yeah, just talk what do you wanted to share.
Yeah. First of all, thank you so much for this opportunity that has been given to me. Well, I think I would be better to introduce myself first. So my name is Kim, and yeah, that just Kim. And actually, this is my very first time to join to your session, you guys, and I highly appreciate it. I was just like recently invited by a friend of mine, and I was like kind of excited. Well, let's just jump to the question that do influencers serve a positive role models or encourage a culture of excessive consumerism? I think it's gonna be debatable if we just like throw out the question sort of this one, because as they also mentioned earlier that a lot of influencers, there are good, and also there's some of them also share, kind of bad influence towards the society. But let's take a look of, to the positive part, that I do believe that there's still a lot of, positive influencers that shares out there, and they're also encourage the culture and also spreading how positive our country is towards the nations, and also like to the other countries out of Indonesia. I will put the example. I think I will be like so clear. So Maudi Ayunda, she's one of the youth of Indonesians that always, speaking the positive things about Indonesia, and also the other singer as well. We also know, and she's also kind of famous in our country. Agnes Mo, if I'm not mistaken, her name. Yeah. So these, girls, women always share the positive things about our country. But I mean, not only these two women's, but still a lot of, influencers still, want to share sort of positive things about our country. But while talking about quantity, it will be like also debatable since the positive influencer is less than the negative things one. Because take a look of, as you mentioned, also one of them are comedians or celebrity, whoever you want to call it. They tend to, share sort of negative things and trying to uh requesting or probably influence people just to do negative things and flexing and so on. Even some of them also mocking because they believe that they have a big platform and they just like throwing out something that isn't necessary for the public. So again, as I said earlier, it will be like debatable, and we cannot judge them simply by saying that all the influencers are bad or all the influencers are good. So there is always, when you find it, good, and some of them also will be finding negative things, and all the people also have all these sides. This only things that which one they are emphasizing more to the public. That's all. Thank you, Habits.
Thank you, Kim. That's really good. That's really good. Great. All right. So give applause for everyone here. That's really, really good discussion about this one, guys. So because we still have like four kind of like facts and questions. So I'd like to go to the next. But thank you, Kim, and everyone here. Yeah, of course. Social media influencers sometimes, not maybe majority of them share a good thing, because every day we can see on the social media and also news on the news, there is no negative news or negative fact, sometimes informations about the influencers, right? But sometimes the influencers share the hoax informations, but still not every day you can say the news, and yeah, the policies kind of like that. But we're going to the next questions, because I'm still as a student in Australia, so we have this kind of concern. We have this fact. Last year in November 2024, Australia passed a law banning individuals under 16 from using social media platforms. What do you think about it? This is good way, or this is bad way? As we can compare to Indonesia, um, we don't have any like specific regulations about it last year, but still maybe in this year is going to be new policies about this. So do you think should governments regulate social media access for minors in here is like under 16, or should it be a parental responsibility? What do you think? Should government regulate social media access for people under 16, can say children, students, or should it be a parental responsibility, not government? It's just parental responsibility, not government. Or it is government. Yeah. Government should responsible for the social media access. No, it's parental responsibility. What do you think? Or both of them have responsibility to create social media access to people under 16. What do you think? Just one opinion, and then we can continue to the next fact. Who's going to raise your hands about it one? Yeah, last year Australia passed a law banning individual under 16 to use social media platforms. Do you think that's a good way? And do you think it's really, really good if we, as an Indonesia, implement this kind of law? What do you think? Livia, Natania, Setiawan.
Yeah, thank you for the chance. I guess it's really true that the Australian government trying to protect the underage children from the dangerous part of social media. I think a lot of explicit content are there. So considering that a lot of underage children could access that kind of social media as well using like fake account or so on, I think it's better for the government to be really stricted about, the moderating the content in social media itself, because we cannot rely on parents nowadays, especially like parents also busy with their job, with their life. We cannot really, hoping them to take care of their children's and restrict their children's social media content like 24/7, because I think it's almost impossible nowadays. Even the school also require them to use social media for as a part of learning process, like creating content and so on and so on. So we couldn't really blame the parents if something bad happened according to the social media misuse. But I worry about, now Gen Zs are really technology savvy. I think more than the teacher and the parents itself, because usually the parents are from millennials like us, or I don't know, boomers perhaps. Yeah, we are really sucks at technology. As far as I know, Gen Z are really, flexible and absorb a lot of things related to technology easier than us. So we have to really, um put anything in detail in order to restrict that. As I know, in China, it's pretty much succeed. They use like a lot of pretty advanced technology in order to block anything that could be used to surpass the explicit content access, like VPN. I think in Indonesia, VPN is pretty easily accessible. But in China, I tried to use that, but they cannot. I cannot trespassing the security system in China. I think we have to learn a lot from China in a way that they are very restricted. I don't know, to protect their younger generations from the internet. Yeah, I bet it has also pros and cons about the positive and negative impact of living under the very strict government like China. But I guess it bring a lot of succeed. Like we can see from their young generation is have a very high quality of human being that are very talented and really focus on creating impressive academic achievement and so on and so on. We can learn a lot from China. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lydia. All right, so yeah. That's we can learn from the other countries that's trying to ban individuals under 16 for using the social media platforms, because as we know that different country also has different regulations and also experience in terms of children protections, like I said before. And okay. Next, Kim, would you like to say something about it? Go on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, again, we talk about, the technology, and especially we talk about the neighbor of our, yeah, the countries that really, really close to us, Australia. Actually, yeah, last year I also watched and also follow this information, the news, I mean, that happened over there, and it's really like so serious. And it drove me to put a lot of attention to our people, as also Livia mentioned about, the society, especially for the younger generation, they tend to be a technology savvy, but at the same time also there's a fucking crazy about this one. And what is it our views, and what is it, our opinion about this one? For me, actually, you have to, it's not, isn't solely the government itself work on it, or oh well, just only parent itself to handle this one. No, in my opinion, need to be, both parties to handle this one, because the first schools or the first education that you got is from your family, and after that is your government should be the one who regulate and also to control all the things that happen in the society. So I think there are a lot of things that government put to, attention, in my opinion. So we have the Ministry of IT, if I'm not mistaken. So what are their roles to the society? What are their roles to the nations? Of course, they have to protecting digital privacy. this has actually happened many times to our countries that um, our identity, always, spoiled because our government, they cannot handle it. And then eventually, it will be like creating a lot of damage. It can be, to personal and also to the group of people. So again, I will emphasize that both parties need to put a lot of efforts how to handle this one, not only, to the young generation or to the kids, but all the people, especially users of the technology. Because again, what is it, the roles of the parents, they have to know, and also they have to understand that to control and also to educate what kind of content they have to consume, and also what are the things, and so on and so on. And talking about the government, they have to able to monitor all the users, because they're able to do so. They can monitor, and also they can take a look at everything, the activities that we're doing in a society, and especially in the internet. So that's my opinion. I don't want to talk a lot here. Again, both parties need to be working together.
Yep, collaborations between government and also parents. Okay, there.
Okay, I totally agree with Miss Anne. So the government should regulate social media access for minors, but both of them have responsibility to strict individuals under 16 from using social media platforms. For example, in my society, a lot of children that addicted to phone or iPad, so it makes them passive in my environment. Yeah, that's so bad. So it's a good to protect the social media platforms for a child. That's it.
Thank you there. Yeah, as we know that, and as far as I experience in my hometown also, the parents sometimes they don't want to bother from the kids, and they just give the tablets, or let's say smartphone. They just play on the smartphone. We don't know what kinds of content they watch, and then they play. So I think that's really needs collaborations between governments and also parents. Okay, great discussion, guys. We still have 3 questions. In fact, the next one is so we're going to talk about algorithms. This is our can say the core of the topics. Algorithms create echo chambers, reinforcing users' existing beliefs by showing them similar contents. Do echo chambers enhance political awareness or contribute to polarize and misinformation? So this is really can say high topic. I can trying to be more soft, I can more easier that algorithm, it's really good for us to decide. Do you think yes or no? Because sometimes this is the data shows that if we like, if we comment, if we save, if we share the contents, that's creates our social media environment. Yeah. Do you guys realize that? If you realize that, just give me thumbs up. Do you realize that on social media, sometimes if you like something, and then if you comment on something brands or something, yeah, some contents, maybe you love the content about the education, so all of your for your page or FYP page is going to education. Is it? Yep, agree. Yeah. It's because of the algorithms. Do you think algorithms nowadays? That's why my FYP is always food, because you love, because you share, because you save the content about foods. And another fact that if you watch the videos more than 3 seconds. If you watch videos more than 3 seconds, it means that you love the content. So that's why the algorithm said that. So this person would like to see the same or similar content. So that's why if you open your social media, all of your page or your Instagram Instagram accounts, Instagram contents, TikTok, YouTube, or everything. Yeah, that's all what you love. That's what you spend more time to watch. So what do you think about this one, guys? I've learned about this on my first semester on units of social media. So we've learned about echo chambers. So it's because of the algorithm. So we create our echo chambers. So maybe my echo chambers, my algorithm, my social media FYP is different with Livia, with Kim, with Kartika, with Dea, because I likes different videos, different content with you guys. So this is really, really interesting if we can trying to think if there is a political kind of like that elections or there is a brand awareness, do you think that's going to be positive or not because of these algorithms? As we can see in 2019, 2024, it was a political event in Indonesia because we love content about something, because we share content about something. So every single day content is about him, about our idol, about our, you can say, a political political what's kind of like that. So do you think it's really good in the future, or this is kind of like polarizations? It can, no, misinformations, maybe just contributes to polarizations. Yeah. Do you think it's really good or no, guys? If you would like to share just one opinion, and then we can continue to the two last facts and questions. What do you think about these algorithms nowadays? Because algorithms control us, right? Okay, go on, Kim.
Oh yeah. I forgot to mute my microphone earlier. Well, again, it's hard to say and also to judge like this is yes and this is no, because all the question will be leading to answer. It is a yes and also it is a no. And all things, they have both sides. As I said earlier, it can be positive and also negative. So in my opinion, I can't be so bold to saying that. So the echo chamber itself, will lead into two sides. It can be positive and also negative. Let's take a look at, the situations or the fact that in 2024 about the elections of the government, I mean the presidents in Indonesia. So for me myself, that in a positive way, I can see that the implementation or the enhance of we say the technology, especially social media, helped me a lot to recognize which one is suitable or is which one is the politician that able to be, that able to be elected or they have the capability on it, because we can listen and also we can heard what is it their vision and also mission to the countries. So it helped me actually, to get a deep understanding about their personality, behavior, characteristic, and also their track record during the time they are leading in the country. And of course, due to the impact of and also the work of technology itself, it's also helped me, especially for the young generations, to be participate in the election itself. So before, I know that time I don't have enough age to elect the government for the politicians and so on. But eventually, after I see and also witnessing them giving a lot of discussion in the public and make me have a sort of what I say emotional things that I want to elect this person, because I can see the potential he can bring this nation to be better version of this nation. That's the thing. And the other one, spreading the positive contents of the what I say, oh my god, of the candidate, giving sort of strength and also strong identity of them. So as I say earlier, it's kind of like emphasizes about their track records. So what is it Prabowo Subianto has been done a long time ago? What is it? Is he good or not, and so on and so on? It's it's very easy to recognize it. But now we're gonna be talking about the negative side of this. I think you guys gonna be so familiar by saying of buzzer. So in Indonesia is very familiar, and also we're easily to recognize this is information that created by buzzer or not. Because me myself always like so super easy to recognize that, because sort of or certain account they will tend, and also they will tend to just sharing the positive things about someone. Instead, they don't want to sharing like the considerations why you want to choose this person or not. So there is a lot of biases, leading also making people, have a different perspective of certain candidate. That's the thing. And the other one, as I say also earlier, spread misinformation. So if the buzzer hate one candidate, they will tend to share, false narratives towards someone, towards the candidate. And, of course, it will be leading to opposing viewpoints towards the candidate itself. So that's my point. Again, it always leads to positive and also negative towards someone, and especially talking about elections in our country. But I mean, it's not only happening in our country as well, but of course, in all the nations, in all over the world, the impact of echo chambers itself is really big. I mean, not only in terms of elections, but in many ways, as you also mentioned, like kind of you jumped to the informations that actually the things that you want is only about the knowledge, but there is a moment that you jumped to advertising, it talks about cosmetic and so on, and everything is gonna be like boom, it happened. So I mean, yeah, I will be like again debatable about everything, and I will always like offering the positive and also negative itself. Yeah, thank you, Habits.
Thank you, Kim. Yeah, it was really, really good. So it's about that one. Yeah, I also agree with that, guys. As we can see, also there is a lot of kind of like buzzers, and they also can control our um opinion on the social media. Yeah, that's good discussion. So before we go into the conclusions, this is the last question. In fact, we move to the algorithm also can create something in our life. For example, mine and also our experience. So seeing others created highlights online increases social anxiety and makes people feel left out, even if their real lives are fulfilling. So the question is, do you think does social media create an illusion of happiness that leads to dissatisfactions with real life? What do you think, guys? Like people nowadays on the social media, specifically on TikTok, they have a standard of life. They have a standard of life. So they create a content, spreading the content about the standard of life. So if you right now and the age of 25, you need to have blah 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 blah. If you still in the university, you need to still have a balance more than 100 million rupees. So that's standard created by people on the social media. So the impacts of that, a lot of people, yeah, a lot of people feel left out, yeah, because they compare their situations to the other people. They compare their perspectives to other people, their experience and everything. So that's really, really impacts for the mental health today, specifically for the Gen Z generation. So what do you think, guys, for the social media? It's create an illusion of happiness? Is it good for our mental health or no? You too. Yes. is that social media is really good for people's mental health, or it's harmful for them be, because of the standard on the social media. So this is our last discussion about social media. One person who'd like to share your thoughts about it, just raise your hands to close our special discussion today. Yeah. Do you think social media right now impacts for our mental health? Yeah, not only ours mental health, but also a lot of people mental health. Yeah. What do you think? So people dissatisfaction, like they FOMO, fear of missing out, they afraid, they unmotivated, they, yeah, I can say like that. What do you think? It's it's happened right now in Indonesia. Do you think social media impacts for on people's mental health, specifically for youth? Or do you think no, social media give motivation and inspirations for other people? No mental health issues. What do you think before we close our discussion? I think so, by Dedi Mustari. My friend by name often. Who's this? Nadia always founds everything on her social that makes me able for special if she finishes the second training. Whoa! So yeah, what do you think, guys? Just only for one person who'd like to share your thoughts and we
Yes,
think.
yes, I have to clarify this.
Sure, sure. And after that, we're going to Kim. Okay, go Nadia.
I'm not okay. Personally, I don't create illusion, but I can see illusion, especially when I see Mr. Dedi share about his job, his activity with very dynamic and the memes. Oh my God, it makes me feel like, oh, maybe he has a lot of free time. That's why he has space for himself to share that to the social media. And that's the illusions of happiness I can see from him. So talking about that, not about unemployed, but it means that you have a good time management. Good for you. But yes, I believe that social media is an illusion, and of course, you want to show that you are the best part of you to the people, and and I believe that you also said, as the influencer, you want to show to people that there is opportunity, right? For people who doesn't know it yet. So, unfortunately, for people who feel left out, what things what things can we do to them? I mean, in this world where you can see uh two sides of everything, if we want to share positive, there will always people see negative side of it. So, social media create an illusion, yes, but this dissatisfactions with real life, it depends on the person, how the person see the perspective of it, and how they commit themselves with what they see and what they assume about it. So I still want to support my friend who is influencer, including Mr. Dedi Mustari and all other people around me. But still, for people who feel left out, please find help.
Okay, thanks, Nadia. And Kim, maybe the last one.
Yeah, well, I like this question as well because we talk about ourselves and we're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's on me. Yeah, I mean, I highly agree with this. I'm gonna like make it to the statement that so the social media really creates an illusion of happiness and eventually it leads to dissatisfaction to the real life, and I highly agree with that. And based on, so this the statistic mentioned that nearly 90% of the user, they only share things fakingly on a social media. You know why I say this one fakingly? Because people tend to share only good things in their life. They don't want to be, looks miserable. They don't want to be looks, struggles in their life. Instead, why they put their highlight in their social media? Because they just want to be known as the happiest person in this world. But nobody knows that, oh my God, they have a lot of failure, and also they have a lot of struggles that they're hiding in their self. And the second one, I'm a person actually that also into, I mean, not really into, but I also use, filters, and sometimes it's kind of like excessive things. And people tend to do that, put a lot of filters, making a lot of editing on it. So the picture or the videos create to be unrealistic, and it will be also lead to increase the lifestyles of standard living and also the beauty standard. Because a lot of people nowadays, I heard that we cannot afford the beauty standard of Indonesian, because they have a beauty standard and it's really high, and we can afford it. Sort of things actually, especially on TikTok, Instagram, or whatever you want to name it, especially the social media, all the people over there, they just like put a lot of filter in it, because they just want to hide it. They just want to be, seen as beautiful, as much as beautiful themselves, as handsome as much as they can do it. That's the thing. And eventually, it comes to comparison one each other. She's better than me. She's beautiful than me. I don't deserve this one. She's smarter than me, and so on and so on. Why we have to? Why the young generation, jumped to this situation? I mean, we can make a better versions of life. We can make also a better environment that we are wanting to be. So again, who can create this society? Back then, all the people, especially the young generation. So what I mean about this one, uh, everyone, they have to work, to just show themselves in real. They just show themselves in their true colors, because when they able to show themselves in the true colors, I mean, I'm not saying that, oh, you have to tell your name specifically, you have to tell your address specifically. No, it's not a thing that I would like to address. But the thing is, don't just to be exaggerated in all moments, and all, don't just things, sure, everything about you. I have as much as this money, I go to this university, I have this, and so on and so on. Because you're using the social media is not seeking the validation. Instead, you encourage one each other to become to become the better version of yourself. We talk also, it leads to dissatisfaction. Absolutely, I highly agree with that, because you tend to make yourself to be, always compare yourself to one each other. So eventually, it makes having a lower self-esteem, and you lose your confidence. You cannot be you anymore, because you always thinking that she's better than me, she having a lot than me, and so on and so on. And what happened? The result is you increase your anxiety and also depression. That's why the hype of mental health in our country is really booming, because everyone just like spend their time a lot into social media, and they can overcome it. Even they are, let's say, mental health worker, they're a doctor, whatever you want to name it, regarding to the health issue, they also have and also face sort of situation. They even cannot reduce all the things that I mentioned earlier: anxiety, depression, frustration, whatever you want to name it. And the last thing that you also mentioned earlier regarding to fear of missing out, this is really, really high towards the society, especially for the young generation. They tend to, fear, they have sort of, frightened. I don't want to lose everyone using iPhone, and also I want to have it too. Everyone going to abroad, especially there's a hashtag name mentioned that kabur aja dulu, sort of, I don't think fear of missing out. Everyone just like, yeah, I want to go there. But the reality and the fact that they don't even fucking know what is it, the reality happen out there, and especially overseas. I will tell that, I can say that so bold that in our country it's not that bad actually. But at the same time, also, there are a lot of things that we can debate in terms of income, in terms of the society, they're very toxic and so on and so on. But I mean, everyone has their choice. I respect that, fully respect that. But you also have to think that and also consider all the positive and also negative that can damage you and also that can help you also to become yeah, good person. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim, and give applause for everyone's today. Actively discuss with us in these special events. All right, guys. So because of the time, I'd like to go to the next of the conclusion of today. Yep, exactly. Thank you, Kim. That's really a good discussion about the topic. Also, you talk about the fear of missing out and also how the elders, how the hashtag, how the everything. It's really good discussion, and I hope so. And I hope that we can also discuss in the future in this kind of topic, because if we discuss about this topic, it's going to be spent a lot of time. Yeah, a lot of time, not not only for the 2 hours, maybe more than 2 hours. Okay, so the conclusion is social media is a powerful tool that connects, informs, and entertains, but its impact on mental health cannot be ignored. Yeah. While forces creativity in communications, and excessive use can lead to anxiety, depression, and addictions, algorithms, comparisons culture, and cyberbullying all contribute to the hidden struggles of online engagement. To create a healthier digital environment, users, platforms, and policymakers must work together, promoting mindful usage, transparency, and mental well being. The key is not to abandon social media, but to use it consciously and responsibly. So, final thoughts: A or B? This is A, this is B. Just type on the chat. A, are we using social media? Or B, is social media using us? Just random final thoughts questions. What do you think? Are we using social media? A, just type on type on the chat, or is social media using us? Can be both, but not at the same time. So yeah, thanks for today and for tonight, guys. So I hope this conversation and discussions leads to great conversation in the future. And also, thank you very much for our community for tonight's discussions, and we hope in the next event we will collaborate with the another people also. So yeah, I'd like to say thank you very much for tonight, and I'd like to go to Mr. Indre. Thank you very much, guys. Assalamualaikum and good night.
Okay, well, thank you so much for Mr. Hafiz carry the nice topic for today. Yeah, so there are the several recommendations, yeah, for all of you guys, yeah, in our discussions today about English speaking. Ya dari beberapa bahasa Inggris tadi, ya beberapa teman-teman di situ is really fluent ya ketika bicara mengenai topik ini. Grammatical juga is okay, don't think about that because it's talking about speaking. Tapi ya ada beberapa poin ya to make you to stand in the next level in your speaking ya, karena di sini para tutor IELTS semua nih ada macam lah di sini ya. Nah, jadi untuk teman-teman semua kebanyakan ya tadi dari beberapa vocabularies yang digunakan ya, there are many repetitions in your vocabulary. Ya, contohnya maybe aja terus ya. Terus I think aja terus, atau important aja terus ya. Nah, PR kita dua ya. PR pertama, how to make our vocabularies will be advanced ya. PR pertama. PR kedua adalah bagaimana memberi variasi ya. Variasi untuk every single sentence itu kita punya kayak vocabularies. Nah, contohnya ya, important ya. Important misalnya. Nah, important. Ya, kalau dalam IELTS, ya importance is kind of the vocabularies in the low level ya. Levelnya itu paling bawah. Kalau kita bisa bilang itu kayak vocabulary jelata ya. Orang-orang yang baru belajar bahasa, terus dia pakai level vocabularies ini. Oh, salah. Ya, level vocabularies ini. Nah, makanya dari sekarang ya kita coba untuk level up vocabularies kita. Contohnya important ya. Kita bisa pakai berapa vocabularies yang levelnya lebih tinggi. Contohnya kita bisa paling menggunakan paramount ya. Tergantung penggunaan apanya ya, apa namanya konteksnya yang teman-teman gunakan. Terus apalagi misalnya bisa diganti dengan apa ya? Nah ini bahasa yang paling indispensable ya. Waduh, bahasa Inggris udah jelek juga nih, udah lama nggak pakai bahasa Inggris. Nah tulisannya ya, indispensable. Eh, atau bisa juga menggunakan vital, ya crucial, ya dan sebagainya. Jadi one vocabularies atau one kata di situ bisa lebih dari satu, nggak cuma important aja. Kadang kita menggunakan it's really paramount for our blah blah blah, is so indispensable blah 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 dan sebagainya. Jadi vocabularies kita tinggi, nggak cuma C1 C2 ya nggak cuma A1 doang atau A2 ya, bisa B2 atau C1 dan lain-lain gitu. Nah, kalau teman-teman yang mau kuliah dan butuh IELTS dan sebagainya ya dari sekarang vocabulary-nya harus diperkaya, nggak boleh menggunakan important lagi. Atau apalagi yang biasanya common, ada I think ya. Ini I think paling banyak mungkin bisa diganti dengan I suppose ya. Atau terus ada apa lagi ya? Certain, terus apa lagi ya, as far as I'm concerned. Wah, banyak banget ya yang bisa teman-teman gunakan untuk bisa menggantikan vocabulary ini ya. Apalagi I believe juga bisa, atau I ya in my opinion ya, atau ya banyak lah yang bisa digunakan. Terus enough ya, terus bisa diganti dengan sufficient, adequate dan sebagainya. Atau about ya, I would like to talk about. Nah, udah habis. Ketika nextnya kita bisa bilang let's talk regarding bla bla bla. Nah, jadi ada variasinya di situ yang bisa kita gunakan nih. Nah, nanti di grup ya saya bakal nge-share vocabularies mungkin yang bakal membantu teman-teman ya, khusus menambahkan variasi dalam speaking teman-teman ya, kayak maybe itu mungkin bisa digantikan dengan perhaps, bisa digantikan dengan presumably, visibly. Wah, banyak banget ya yang bisa kita gunakan untuk bisa memperkaya vocabularies kita di situ. Jadi vocabnya nggak vocab low level lagi atau rakyat jelata lagi bahasanya. Sorry, bahasanya rakyat jelata ya, karena terbiasa dulu pas gue belajar IELTS teman-teman di kelas bilangnya rakyat jelata. Jadi kalau kita pakai vocab yang low level itu kadang-kadang bukan dicaci, tapi di lain sisi dimotivasi untuk menggunakan vocabularies yang lebih tinggi lagi. Oke, nanti ya di grup saya kasih tuh, jadi teman-teman bisa ngafalin ya. Jadi di next meetingnya setiap hari, setiap weekend teman-teman bisa menggunakan at least satu ya. Weekend selanjutnya digunakan lagi satu atau dua atau lebih dari tiga, lebih baik lagi kan, supaya kita terbiasa. Karena bahasa itu bagaimana terbiasa ya. Jadi beda kayak belajar matematika dan sebagainya. Nanti bakal saya share. Oke, untuk menutup agenda kita pada hari ini, ya, I'd like to say thank you very much for Mr. Hafid ya. Mr. Hafid ini mahasiswa di Macquarie University ya. Jadi lumayan banyak yang bisa kita pelajari di situ. Lo AAS Fis ya? Atau LPDP lupa gue. Halo, Fis? Oh, udah hilang dia. Ya, jadi
Enggak, sorry.
Gimana?
Gimana?
Lu AS ya?
Iya, Australia Awards.
Ya, jadi teman-teman nih di grup kita itu ya macem-macem tuh. Jadi ada yang lulus Chevening, ada yang lulus AS, ada yang lulus LPDP, ada yang lulus Chinese Government, ada yang lulus kayak saya Russian Government, macem-macem di situ yang bisa teman-teman yang ada apa ya, staf khusus presiden juga ada tuh dalam grup kita itu, tapi jarang nongol karena sibuk ya. Nah, maka dari itu Jadi bisa di apa ya, koneksi-koneksi yang ada di grup Otani mungkin bisa teman-teman olah lah di situ untuk bisa ningkatin apa ya, kemampuan diri teman-teman juga di situ, baik di karir, di pendidikan dan sebagainya. Nah, maka dari itu once again Mr. Hafiz, thank you very much ya. Terima kasih udah mau gabung di komunitas kecil kita di sini. Mr. Hafiz juga udah mau apa ya, meluangkan waktunya juga untuk gabung sama kita. Thank you, Hafiz ya.
Thank you,
Oke,
Indre.
sebelum kita tutup kegiatan kita pada hari ini, saya pengen ngajak teman-teman untuk foto bareng dulu ya. Mungkin yang bisa, mungkin saya pengen ngajak teman-teman semua untuk ngidupin kamera, kita bisa foto bareng ya. Oke. Oke, kita foto ya. Slide one. Wait a minute. Oke, slide one. Slide two. Oke, dan terakhir, slide terakhir ya, sorry. Slide terakhir, 3, 2, 1, go. Oke, terima kasih teman-teman semuanya udah hadir ya. Kita setia menanti setiap weekendnya untuk belajar bareng-bareng ya. Oke, thank you so much. Have a good weekend everyone and see you for the next weekend. Thank you Hafiz. Bye-bye. Thank you semuanya.
Thanks everyone. Bye.